The Illuminati come out of kind of the secret mystery architecture schools. So they use architecture as a way to communicate their views. So basically this is a giant idol to Moloch.
Really? This is an idol?
Yes. And so this is kind of how they communicate to us. It's hidden in plain view, if it is hidden at all.
And is it, I mean, in a way, from what I've kind of learned this far about the Illuminati, it's kind of quite fitting that it's a hidden thing that is amongst us.
Hidden amongst us, that's what they love, because the profane can't see it because we're unconscious.
But why owls? What, I mean, that's kind of why.
Well, we always hear that, oh, it's the, the god of wisdom, going back to the Greeks. The owl also sees in the dark. He's all-seeing. But whereas his prey is blind in the night, so it's the king of the night. So it's kind of like a double meaning, whereas the all-seeing eye, the illuminated one, it only illuminates for those that are part of it. It's an owl.
But also, they can rotate their heads, can't they? They see behind them.
That's right. Always notice in every city, the biggest buildings are the bank buildings towering above us. And now around the country, buildings are, being affixed with owl effigies. There's others around the nation. So these are their monuments.
Now that Alex has pointed out that it looks like an owl, this building, it is quite difficult not to see an owl. I mean, certainly from this angle, it is owl-like. From round the, from face on, it's just a building. But it does seem that Austin is dominated by this big owl.
The Illuminati operates in a pyramidal power structure. That's why the Illuminati symbol is the pyramid. A tiny, enlightened elite and a giant, dumbed-down mass beneath them.
And that Illuminati symbol, the pyramid, appears on that great American symbol, the dollar bill.
We're going to be looking today at our $1 bill. Our $1 bill. It has two very odd seals on it, and it's very interesting that the Illuminati had a great hand to play in choosing those seals.
Here's your United States $1 bill. On the back, you can clearly see the all-seeing eye of knowledge from the pyramid. And I suspect this represents the Illuminati at the top of the pyramid, and then all of the poor, ignorant folks making up the bulk of the structure. You've got the Latin inscription that says Norvis Ordo Seclorum. Seclorum means the material world, the secular world. That's where the word secular comes from. And Novus is new and Ordo is the globe or the world. So you could translate this as the New World Order. And the people who are behind it are the people who control the money, and we're back to the Illuminati.
There's lots of occult stuff on here. And the end game of the Illuminati, their favorite thing is to hide everything in plain view so that we're conditioned to accept our slavery. They're all-seeing eyes, they're pyramids. They believe they get power from this. And it's also how they communicate with their own esoteric language with each other.
So that's what you're saying about, these clues are everywhere, like the giant owl tower in the middle of Austin.
Yes.
Well, I think I've got the hang of the owl. But now I'm intrigued by this New World Order concept that's on the dollar bill.
Could you explain to me the difference between the Illuminati and the New World Order?
Okay, well, the Illuminati, let's say, is the head and the brain. And then when I punch you in the face, that's the New World Order. The New World Order is what the Illuminati is building. It's their goal, it's their thrust. And the Illuminati is the creator, and their goal is the New World Order, world government, global governance, world tyranny.
What if they do achieve their goal of total globalization? What is our guarantee that some new Hitler-like tyrant won't gain control?
And, I'm told, that's precisely what the Illuminati has in store for us.
The mission of the Illuminati is what the mission of any elite has been throughout history, to maintain power and control. And to do that, they've got to dumb down and completely enslave the population. And if the population would become just half as informed about the history of the New World Order and the Illuminati controllers as they are about football or baseball or basketball, then we'd be a much freer and happier society. And my mission is to wake people up. Governor Perry, from time to time we return here to engage in the First Amendment and to expose your Illuminati activities, being a servant of Bush and the Skull and Bones cabal and the New World Order. It's an information warfare tool to expose corruption and evil and what the Illuminati's up to. Why you Illuminati thugs think you're gods, I'll never understand. But I'm here to tell you, you're not my God.
Are you allowed to do this?
Well, they'd like to say we aren't, but we have a First Amendment. Yes, I've done this many times.
So you're invoking the free speech?
That's right.
Just very loud free speech.
More and more people are waking up to the corruption that is government, the organized crime syndicate that is the New World Order. You need to stop enslaving us, and you need to stop serving your Illuminati globalist masters, Governor.
I really, really hope he's in.
Are we already inside the New World Order?
The Illuminati doctrine seemed to be getting a tighter and tighter chokehold on the world, but yet on the other hand, there is a backlash and there is a resistance. So I see it as kind of a race as to who's going to get control first, the people who would tyrannize their fellow man, or the people of good heart who would like to see true freedom and democracy. We're already inside the New World Order, and their end game is a world population of only about 250 to 500 million people living in a big brother society, every action, every motion, everything we do tracked and traced.
We see now the technological capability. Listen, these guys, the Illuminati today, they have a capability that Adolf Hitler and Joseph Stalin didn't have.
I've dedicated the rest of my life to exposure of this knowledge because I think it's evil.
They are going to force drug in a Brave New World type scenario almost the entire population. It's the ultimate power trip, completely out of control, and humanity has got to wake up to this, face the facts of history, and it's got to be done now. And I hope people will rally to this cry and stand up against the New World Order and the Illuminati masters that have built it.
He's the T-Rex of political talk. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Well, he joins us from Germany, but he hails from the United States. He's Kevin Trudeau. He really doesn't need any introduction. This is the guy I remember many, many years ago, more than a decade ago, national TV spots exposing Ritalin is hurting children, shrinking their brains, attacking their hearts. Now they have to admit that on the drug insert. Prozac-type drugs causing psychotic behavior. I mean, this guy has really done so much good, putting out books on all the documented herbal, things that have been known to help the body for thousands of years. And he's in a landmark case right now in appeals court where they're trying to say he has no First Amendment. They're also saying that with the Hillary movie. That was in the Washington Post, saying, oh, no First Amendment. This case is deciding whether you can criticize Hillary Clinton. And we have the fairness doctrine they want for the internet. We have the Cyberbullying Act saying if someone says you hurt their feelings, a federal felony. I mean, this is really happening. And Kevin Trudeau is just giant. I always said, I like Kevin Trudeau around the office, but thought, he's so busy, I won't try to get him on. Then found out through Mancow that Mr. Trudeau was familiar with PrisonPlanet.tv and I was aware of what we do. So maybe we'll get him to talk about that a little bit later because I'm flattered and interested in how he found out about us. But joining us from Germany is Kevin Trudeau, who's an absolute giant when it comes to exposing corruption and funding himself to be able to do that. Doing good moral things and becoming successful. That is the American way. And that's why they're coming after him. Kevin Trudeau, great to have you here, sir.
Hey, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me on, Alex.
You bet. You don't like talking about yourself, but for people that don't know all the things you've done, break down all the great things you've done, and then now how they're coming against you and all of our free speech.